Oh, it was Power here to review the Banquet Fettuccini Chicken Alfredo meal. So this is one of the many meals that Banquet has put out. Obviously they have a lot of meals. It's just that, for interesting sakes, I wanted to try out the Alfredo chicken because, who doesn't like Alfredo? So as we can see at the front of the box, we got the product itself. We get a big, um, detail of it saying it's made with white meat chicken. It says, per one meal, here are all the nutrition facts, keep frozen. As you can tell from my box, it got crushed. So that sucks. Banquet, fettuccine chicken Alfredo. Again, they just flip it. They just keep using the same product shots, which is, lazyism. Here are the ingredients. And best used by, it tells you to recycle this, and it has a description on the white meat chicken, the nutrition facts, and how to cook it. So obviously I will film myself doing that. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to cook this through the microwave and such. Proudly made in the US. It should be ashamed of being made in the US. So obviously, if you haven't had a Banquet meal, simply open it up like so. But obviously, because this was crushed, this is more difficult to open and such, to then reveal the contents itself. So here is the fettuccine chicken Alfredo, and it looks pretty delicious so far, if I had to say so myself. So, personally, I just end up flattening this because I technically, ow. I technically use this as a tray. So, like this for transportation and such. So obviously, for this one, we need to slit the film for ventilation. Then we need to microwave it on high for 3 minutes. Then we need to stir and replace the film. Personally, I only just stir it. I don't bother replacing. Then we need to put it at another minute and just let it sit. So let's head upstairs. Actually, before we do that, let's slit the film like so. Now let's head upstairs. Okay, so here is the meal itself. As you can see, it's steaming. I apologize, I couldn't actually get footage of me cooking it because my mom was eating. So, yeah. I don't really know how exactly we should, angle this, but, as you can see from, the process of, actually cooking it, you can actually see how creamy, the Alfredo actually is. And honestly, this is one of the meals that actually doesn't look as bad. Because if, the other meal I got, the lasagna, yeah, that one was watery. But this one actually looks very promising, as you can see from, the fettuccine. The fettuccine looks, very authentic to what, what my sister would make and such. And then as you can see from here, I kind of wish the broccoli was a bit more prominent. I'm actually surprised it is prominent. I guess wish it was actually big pieces, but you can just see from here, it actually looks good. And then we can take a look at the chicken from here. It seems healthy. At least. So if we eat the Alfredo sauce itself, it's alright. I think it still is kind of watery. That's, I don't know, it's just how they do things. And then if we have a fettuccine, it's fine. I guess I would have preferred it to be a bit softer, but what am I asking for? And then white chicken. That was purely skin. Because that was chewy. Yeah, that's interesting. It's just very chewy and such. And then if we were to have our broccoli, very soft. Let's try this stem piece. Okay, that has crunch. But it's like, you know, it kind of has still that chewiness kind of thing. But let's have let's have a fork. Now, obviously, this isn't big enough to, like, you know, steer and such. But, you know, let's just have a forkful of this. I think yeah, it's passable. I feel like, again, I think the issue is that the Alfredo is so watery. That's just like, it doesn't give that, like, you know, distinct, get out of here, that distinct Alfredo taste. But yeah, I'll say it's passable overall. You want to spice things up, I cut a bowl of bacon. Apparently Zriken made it, so I don't know if I would want to, for some reason, just add some bacon to ruin the authenticity. Because, you know, that's fun. I definitely made it too big. This is 4 strips worth. So, gotta make sure I don't make a mess on here. But, you know, if I, you know, just let the Alfredo heat the bacon up. Kind of wish the, like, obviously for this, I guess the bacon is fine to be crisp, but I prefer, I don't really mind, but I think for this, definitely, I think it would have been interesting to have it as soft. But, you know, I don't want to spill it. The bacon adds a very, like, it adds crunch now, so, whoops. It really just adds some crunch to the texture. Have I eaten anything crunchy with Alfredo? Yeah, the bacon has, like, it adds a very interesting, like, flavor to this. But yeah, I'll definitely have to say the weakest part of this meal is the watered down Alfredo. Maybe the fact that my microwave wasn't strong enough for this. Nom, nom, nom.
Nom.
So I think the parts that cook the most, those are definitely, like, the most, like, passable. When you get to the parts that are, like, nearly cooked, it's like, eh. So what I think I'm technically on now, my last fourth. Again, just look at that. Look at that. Watch this become queen. Okay, so that was not pleasant because this is extremely cold, but yeah, overall you had to get a banquet meal. Sorry. I think this one's probably the best one. I think when they actually try to make these more like less processed, I think that's probably the best ones. This one's probably the best one, honestly. It's the one that tastes closest to what it's supposed to be. Again, the only negative is literally the Alfredo sauce. It's just watery and such. And again, if you want to like spice up your meal, I don't know, actually make yourself one, or just, I don't know, have bacon or whatever. But I'm gonna probably make myself an omelet with using the rest of these as a side, or probably put it within the eggs or something like that. I don't know, but I have a big appetite, so obviously this isn't. I don't understand how that's an entire lunch. So this is Power, and I'll leave you people. Bye.